Guys, there are spoilers for this film in this review. So, if you don't want your adventure to be ruined, go out, watch the film, then come back. You have been warned. Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ron TameHD. So yeah, this is going to be a great time. Hey guys, welcome back to episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm Mr. TameHD, and this week we watched a Minecraft movie starring Jason Momoa and Jack Black. This movie is I think it's just a straight up comedy, like a comedy action comedy, whatever. I think it's just straight up comedy. And this film, it was fun. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was very enjoyable in that aspect. Pretty good ironic enjoyment. This film was just really fun, really enjoyable all the way through. But before I go on a whole tangent, what I like this film, I'll tell you why I like this film and more. Back at the house.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
This place makes no sense.
Don't I know it?
Let's do this.
They want me to fight the chicken? Chicken jockey!
Hey guys, and welcome back to a sort of Ticket Tuesday. Today, we watched a very special movie, as you can clearly tell by my diamond sword and my iron pickaxe. My diamond pickaxe. We watched a Minecraft, not the Minecraft movie. We watched a Minecraft movie. And as you can tell, I'm a fan. Or I used to be. I was like obsessed with it as a kid. But, as you can tell by my Steve fit, I am the Minecraft Steve. So this movie is starring Jack Black as the Steve, the legendary Steve, Jason Momoa as the greatest Minecraft character of all time, Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, and also Emma Myers, Sebastian Hansen, Danielle Brooks, and Jennifer Coolidge was also like she had a little comedy like side plot. Well, this movie, I think that this movie is very fun, right? Does that necessarily make it a good movie? No. But I do think that the movie itself is a good time. I do think there's a lot of people online, like, kind of knocking it, saying, oh, well, kids deserve good movies, this and that. And I'm like, well, if you don't think the movie's good, well, I think I got something for you. What if you just go support the movies that you do like, right? Or maybe just ask the companies to fucking advertise them, right? Maybe they should start advertising the movies. I don't know. But I thought this movie was a good time, right? I think that it is, like people are saying, I think it is genuinely the most expensive shitpost in the history of mankind, right? Maybe type it down in the comments if you think there's a bigger shitpost in humanity, like human history, that is more expensive than this, because I can't think of one. Because the movie does not take itself seriously whatsoever. I mean, yeah, there's like dramatic moments, but they even like, you can't even really take those seriously because they're like so ridiculous. Like there's a scene where Game of the Year 1989, Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison fucking sacrifices himself by kicking baby pig people in the face and then blowing up on a bridge. Right? It's like, no, not Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison. He blew up on a bridge. Right? And then, of course, he comes back at the end of the movie to save the day, defeat the bad guys, swoops in on like a gassed hot air balloon. I think that was very funny. I honestly think, too, that just Jack Blacking, he's the most Jack Black movie to ever Jack Black with Jack Black. I don't know, whatever the fuck I'm saying. I don't even really know what I'm saying. I'm just saying that this film had a lot of Jack Black doing Jack Black things. Take a shot for every time I say Jack Black in this review. I really think that this movie is banking on meme culture on the internet, right? I really think that the directors, not even the director, I think honestly, the directors, I don't know, director, the people making this movie in general, like the generalization, I really believe that they knew exactly what they were doing. I think this was calculated, right? Because this movie had been in development hell for like 10 years, right? And there's concept art, there's been reports that this movie has had several rewrites. It has had several different ideas, several different concepts. I'm not going to go into all these variants because we'd be all day, but all you need to know is that the movie has been in development for a very long time. So when they got to this point, where the movie was just going to be the most ridiculous, stupid, like, dumb movie ever, I really think that this movie was aiming to appeal to meme culture, right? And it was going to use that as a launching, like a launch pad, right? So that they could do all these stupid things, put it in the trailer, and then get people to like it. And guess what? It fucking worked. Because if you go to school, hell, if you just, like, hang around people who are around my age, like, hang around kids around my age, you are not going to go a single day without hearing somebody shout, "Chicken Jockey," or "Vintage Steel." You're gonna hear it every day. So it fucking worked, right? And even sometimes I catch myself going a little the Nether or Ender Pearl. I can't resist, okay? It's just hard to resist. And that's the thing. It fucking worked, right? The movie's advertising fucking worked because I'd say it was well advertised. Because, as I said, this film is the most expensive shitpost in human history because it does not take itself seriously in any sense of the word. Like I said before, this film truly is just doing it for fun, right? And I think really they knew that no matter what they did, they were going to make money either way. I mean, it's Minecraft. It is the most successful video game in history. So, of course, you know, the game that sold the most copies out of any video game in history, obviously a movie of that is going to make a shit ton of money no matter what it is, right? But I also think there's a bit of apathy in that, in the sense that they didn't really need to try. You know, not saying that I hate the movie or even that I dislike it, but I do think there's an aspect to it as to where they knew they didn't need to really try to make a good movie, so they just said, what if we just do a bunch of dumb shit, right? You know, let's just do a bunch of stupid shit, and let's see what works, right? Let's see if it sticks. And it did, right? And props to them, because I genuinely think that this movie understands meme culture better than any other blockbuster I've ever seen. Right, like, I genuinely think that this movie is fucking genius when it comes to, like, internet relevancy, because it's got that brain rot that people talk about these days. It's got that, like, vibe to it. The end of the movie has Jack Black say, for real, in the movie, he says, "First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft." He said, that is a line, that is a real, I'm not even fucking with you, that is a real line in this movie. These people knew exactly what they were doing, right? When I heard that that line was going to be in the movie, I'm like, okay, they know. They know what this movie is, and they know exactly what demographic they're, you know, targeting this movie towards. I mean, yeah, people like me, they're not directing it towards Timmy, maybe Timmy, 12-year-old Timmy would like it, but they're kind of doing it more the Gen Z, right? They're directing it more to, like, my generation, where we just love random bullshit, right? We laugh at stupid random bullshit, I will admit. So, just showing in the trailer, just Jack Black saying the stupidest fucking shit ever, just, like, saying, like, just, the entire movie, he's just listing the items, like, whenever he uses them, he just, like, fucking lists, he just says the name of the item, right? Even though he has no reason to. There's a scene where he places down a slime block and then jumps off of it to get to like a gassed hot air balloon, and he goes, "Slime block," and it's like, It's like it's a fucking, like, Dragon Ball fucking, like, super move or some shit. I don't know. I don't watch Dragon Ball. But it's just, it's funny, is what I'm trying to say. It's unnecessary, right? It's unnecessary. But I think that's the point, right? None of it makes sense. The plot is very loose, right? So essentially, the plot is just these four people who, most of them don't know each other. There's two that are, like, brother and sister, but, like, his sister is, like, his guardian, you know, because their mom died. That's, like, most of the backstory we get for them. And then there's Danielle Brooks' character. I think her name is Dawn. And she is, like, in the movie the least. Like, she does not do, like, barely anything in the movie, right? Granted, Natalie, I believe her name was, she doesn't do that much either. It's really the Steve and Jason Momoa show. They are the most, like, entertaining characters in the movie. The other characters are just kind of whatever, right? But it's just so funny because I really think that Jason Momoa was just, like, hamming it up to the extreme, right? Like, everybody in this movie was just fucking overacting, like ridiculous line reads, like, really weird faces all the time, right? And I feel like that's just weird directing, and I think it's on purpose, right? I think it's weird, intentionally weird directing, right? Because, I mean, the whole movie has the weird, like, what is this vibe to it, right? But I genuinely think that the best part of this movie is the fucking, like, rivals to best friends story, like, side story with Steve and Garrett, the garbage man Garrison, Gamer of the Year 1989. He doesn't think about it very much. But I really liked their dynamic because it was just funny, okay? It was just funny. Jason Momoa was the funniest part of the movie. I mean, obviously, Jack Black was also the funniest. Like, they were the two funniest parts of the movie. I don't know who is, like, funnier. Maybe Jack Black, because he's just doing the, like, most, like, random shit, and it just works. He just, like, sings out of nowhere for no reason, like, 3 times throughout the movie. And it's not a musical, by the way. He just sings because he's Jack Black, and he's in a movie. He's kind of gonna have to. But I do think that they, like, so it went from, like, you know, he was kind of jealous of Steve and how cool he was, so Garrett wanted to, like, one-up him and everything, you know, but they do, and he would always, like, hurt himself or get fucked up because he was trying to do something that he couldn't do, you know, or that he wasn't good enough to do, and then they, like, blossom a friendship, and then they're, like, best bros. They start a band at the end of the movie. Fucking, he has a jacket, Jason Momoa, that says Garbage Man on the back of it. And fucking at the end of the movie, Steve gets the same jacket, but it just says Steve on the back of it. He got the jacket. That's the initiation. The jacket initiation. But, yeah. I thought that was really entertaining. But I do also think people said that this is kind of weird. That at the end of the movie, the message is kind of just saying, hey, you know what? Go outside, loser. You can't express your creativity in a video game. Go outside and express your creativity in the real world. I mean, yeah, it was like, it wasn't like, that's maybe a little misguided. Like, obviously they were saying, you know, you can express your creativity in other ways, you know, to, like, impact the world and, like, use art forms and stuff like that. But it's kind of on the nose, and it's kind of the point where it could be taken the wrong way. Like, obviously, it's not intended to be like, hey, loser, get off your ass and fucking go outside, bitch. That's not what it's saying, but some people could misinterpret it that way, right? But I also think that the film, it doesn't have a message, right? This film was not made to just be like, you know what, kids? You know, spread your creativity out there. That may have been like a little message that they put in the movie at the end. That is not what this movie is about. This movie is just absolute idiocy throughout the entire runtime, and it's enjoyable, right? But are people valid to not like it? Are people valid to critique it, say that it's not good or that they don't enjoy it? Yeah, I do think that you are completely valid if you don't like this film. I definitely think that this film is not for everybody. I genuinely think that if you can't enjoy movies like, say, fucking, this is like extreme, but like Who Killed Captain Alex or something. That movie is awesome because of how stupid it is, right? This is kind of it's like a So Bad It's Good movie, right? If you don't really like So Bad It's Good movies, you are not going to like this movie. Just straight up, I think you will genuinely have a bad time, because I think that movies like this kind of have to be enjoyed with a tint of irony, you know? And if you're just too critical of things, or if you just don't really like watching bad movies, or just like shit posts, right? If you don't like random equals funny humor, I don't know if you're going to like this movie very much, because a lot of the humor was just random bullshit. And if I found it funny, right? Because I'm Gen Z and random bullshit is funny to me. So this film is kind of made for a specific generation, right? It was made for the Minecraft fans. You know, a Minecraft movie was made for the Minecraft community, obviously. I mean, who else would it be made for? But also that generation, as I said earlier, kind of goes into my generation, the Gen Zers, maybe into a bit of millennials, maybe you're a little older. But if you're like in my generation, and you played Minecraft as a kid, you probably equate to our humor being random bullshit equals funny, right? So obviously, I find that funny because I'm Gen Z, right? But other generations may not like that sort of comedy, right? So obviously this movie being made for my generation, it appeals to my generation, right? Like all these Gen Zers are like going out on the internet saying it's hilarious, it's funny, it's this and that, they had a great time. But then I see other people who are not from this generation who hated it, right? They thought it was torture. They just fucking absolutely loathed it because they're not the demographic it was made for. I mean, obviously, can other people enjoy the movie? Yeah, but obviously this film was made for a certain kind of person, right? Me. Because it's all about me, motherfucker. This movie was made for me. But, also, one thing I forgot before I get on to ratings, and I already recommended the movie for certain people, so before I get to ratings, I did want to mention real quick, the nice little tribute they gave to Technoblade. Now, if you don't know who that is, he was this very beloved Minecraft YouTuber that passed away a few years ago. And it's just really nice to see, I mean, the creators of the game that he made videos about, for the game that he loved, to tribute him. And not only did they just put him in the movie, they also mentioned him. The characters talked about him. They said, why does he have a crown? What is he, some kind of king? And he goes, no, he's a legend, right? And that's really cool, right? Imagine being that guy's, imagine being Technoblade's family, right? I think that's great. Nice little tribute there. I think that was honestly one of my favorite parts. But anyway, nice little tribute. With that being said, what would I rate the movie? Now, I think this is a little complicated. While I do think this film is unique in a way, because, as I said, the film, if you look at it critically, it is not very good. But if you're just looking at it from a purely entertaining perspective, I think that the film is one of the most entertaining films of the past few years, right? I think this film was a riot, and I genuinely think that almost anyone could have a good time with it. If they get a group of friends together, they just have a good old time laughing at it. It's a really fun time, right? So I genuinely think that I'm going to give it 2 ratings. So I'm going to give it a real movie rating and, the enjoyment rating. So real movie rating, I don't know. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. I've definitely seen worse. I'd watch this any day over fucking any Steven Seagal movie. But, does that mean it's, amazing? Critically? No. I would say maybe it's a 5.5, a 5.5 to a 6. I'm kind of in between there. I don't really know exactly what to give it. But, ironic enjoyment, I think that's an 8. I think that's nearly a 9 out of 10. This movie's this one's a knee slapper. You know what I mean? It's a That was very funny. So it was a good movie in that sense. So I think that for enjoyment scales, 8 out of 10. Fucking comedy gold. Real movie, 5.5 to a 6. Yeah, I think I'm so to say. Think I'm so peace. So guys, hope you liked this video. Share, friends, subscribe, notifications on. Comment below if you liked it. But you guys know how it goes. I didn't really mean to say that. What I really meant to say was, if you guys hated this video, unsubscribe, dislike, what you hate me in the comments. And I forgot to wear my hat. And I've been Runtime HD. And I've been Runtime HD. Off. To mine some diamonds. So guys, I know that I am in the fit. You know, I'm a Minecraft Steve. I don't know how many there are, but I wish I could have been in a theater where, like, it's going all over the internet, where people are, like, fucking jumping for joy, throwing popcorn at the screen, fucking clapping, giving it a standing ovation every time Jack Black says something like, Flint and Steel, Ender Pearl, or fucking Chicken Jockey, or The Nether, or whatever bullshit he says in the trailer. But I didn't. Unfortunately, I was never able to have that experience. I envy you, because I was in a theater. Nobody really reacted to anything. There was a crying baby, like, a few rows down, so that was nice. But yeah, unfortunately, I did not get the authentic Minecraft movie experience. Placing blocks and shit, cause I'm in fucking Minecraft. I'm placing blocks and shit, cause I'm in fucking Minecraft.